Virtual Studio C is here. First of its kind. Hopefully you're holding up all right at home. Things are going as good as can be expected. I'm Paul Fletcher from the friendly confines of Virtual Studio C, presented by our friends at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. And, just like, we would say thanks for hanging out and all that kind of stuff, and then welcome our guests. We're doing the same thing. I'm here saying hello, but I think we should welcome our guests. Does anybody think that's a good idea? I think it would be a great idea. So please welcome to the Treasure Island Resort and Casino stage in the Virtual Studio C, our friends from Walk Off the Earth. If it connects, I'm assuming it's going to. It says it's connecting. There they are. Woo!
Oh, what's up, buddy?
How are you, friends?
Great. How are you?
Good, man.
Holy moly, Johnny! Look at that hair. I'm so jealous.
And I was going for the Krusty the Clown look, but
He did it himself today.
so-
I was like, what is this?
Sarah, does it get? I mean, do you ever feel overshadowed by his hair? Like, because
Yeah.
No. I
No,
got
you-
hair.
and you
Sarah's got
really
good
should.
hair.
I mean, you really shouldn't, to be honest. I was dealt these cards, so I'm jealous.
There are times when I have like extensions in and my hair is as thick as his hair is on a normal day with an undershave, but yeah.
How are you guys? How you holding up?
We're good. We're
so good.
We're doing our part. We're staying indoors. We're staying safe. The kids are safe. We're it's such a crazy time.
It is.
All we can do is kind of just like listen to the experts and hope that within a short period of time this will come to an end and we'll all look back and be like, remember coronavirus.
Yeah, it's gonna be like one of those situations where they're gonna make T-shirts that say, "Where were you during the coronavirus of 2020?" But then everyone's answers will be at home, so it doesn't really
Right.
matter.
I can actually see the mock presidential campaign where it says like coronavirus 20.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
How speaking of that, you've got three pretty little ones, and y'all are pretty darn active, but also thankfully pretty darn creative. What have been some activities to kill time at home, or what are some maybe parenting hacks that you could pass along to the rest of us?
I mean, we're just taking this opportunity really to try to make our kids better humans and the best humans they could be, because it's a time where you actually have the opportunity to really craft your children, because normally they're at school and they're around other people and you're at work and they're with whoever, and so that now it's just like a time to make them the people that you really want them to be. So we're just trying to drive that home. We're like teaching them music, and Sarah's teaching them school every morning.
There's a lot of like changes that have gone on, which I'm sure is the case for everyone, including yourself, because you have small children too. So it's like we're trying to find that balance between homeschooling and, like Johnny said, now we can really focus on their kind of creative art, the creative arts that we know how to do, that we know that they could develop at. And, and then at the same time, we're very fortunate to have a studio that we can come to that nobody else is at the moment.
Yeah.
And still get some content made online for our fans and everything. So we've just kind of like, it's all blending together right now. And it's just like this crazy, insane.
It's quite the balance, for sure. Balancing act for you guys. I mean, because we're kind of as truly at home anyway, but now having them there all the time, and
I'm really great workbooks from Walmart.
Right. Yeah.
It has like the actual grade, like JK skills level, grade 1, blah, blah, blah. And it's actually really is what they're learning, and we just kind of go through those books and do what we can to keep them learning what they were learning.
And just think, when things get back to normal, they'll go back to class, and within a week or two, they'll have those swear words memorized again.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
I'm really lucky, not to make it about me, but I got to give a shout out to my wife, because she's actually we're lucky in that she's got an early childhood education background.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's kind of, she's had an opportunity here to, and like you said, you worded it so perfectly, Johnny, that we get to make them, the people that we want to be. It's in a strange way. Obviously, do we want this to continue forever? Heck no. But try to make it a positive opportunity, and it's a really cool opportunity to bond and teach and do it yourself,
There's definitely some pluses that are coming from it, for sure. obviously
For sure.
negatives, but yeah, definitely if you can find the positives in it, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, you know what? Always trying to find the positive. It sucks though. This whole thing sucks.
Yeah.
But we still got to try to find the positives.
I mean, the only thing that would suck more is if we all got coronavirus. So.
Yeah.
Right there. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so we've been talking about our relationships within our quarantined homes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys kind of have a song about relationships, don't you?
We sure do.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to play it?
Yeah.
I can play one.
We'll play a song.
Yes.
What are we doing first here?
We're going to do a song about a relationship called I'll Be There. Thank you for supporting the song all these last couple months. We're
Heck
so,
yeah.
so blown away by this, how much love it's been getting. And we'd love to play you an acoustic version right now.
Love it.
Here we go.
Goes, want to hear it? Here it goes.
When the tears are rolling down like a river to the ocean, and there's no one else around, you won't question my devotion. Everybody needs somebody, and you got me. You know that I know that you know that I'll be there for the highs and lows. Give you mine if your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone, I will be there. When you're down on your luck, no ride home and you got too drunk. 2 a.m. I'ma pick you up. I will be there. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. When you're down on your luck, no ride home and you got too drunk. Whoa, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. When your heart could use a break and it's too broken to be open, I'll be patient, I will wait, and when you're ready to be open, everybody needs somebody, and you got me. You know that I know that you know that I'll be there for the highs and lows. Give you mine if your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone, I will be there. When you're down on your luck, no ride home and you got too drunk. I'ma pick you up, I will be there. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you.
Woo!
I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you.
When you're down on your luck, no ride home and you got too drunk. Whoa, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for the highs and lows. Give you mine when your heart gets broke. By your side when you're all alone, I will be there. When you're down on your luck, give your all, but it's not enough. Take my hand and I'll pick you up. I will be there for you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. When you're down on your luck, no ride home and you got too drunk. Whoa, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you.
Very good, very good.
Thanks to Cities for being there for us. Let's talk about that for a quick second. You guys have been supporters of us since day one. Like, for those of you guys watching, like, we've known Paul for so many years now, and like, honestly, it's one of our favorite places to go, favorite people to see. We love you. Thanks for having us.
Totally, it's absolutely mutual. And you know, and props to you guys, because I mean, I know these are interesting times, but not a lot of artists want to just prop up in front of a phone. You know what I mean? The sound is, you know, what it is. The acoustics are what they are, et cetera, et cetera. So props to you guys for just digging in. Somebody I saw in the comments, somebody wanted to talk about food. Don't worry, we're gonna talk food. But first, what's this whole like? It's unprecedented from an artist standpoint in tours being just some of them being just gone, others being rescheduled. Thankfully, we've got a rescheduled date for you guys here later in the year in the Twin Cities. What's that been like for you guys? Has it been scrambling, or do you just kind of just have to roll with it because it's out of your control? Or
yeah, it's a super, super complex situation. It's
yeah,
it really messes up a lot of things. Like obviously we employ about 60 people, 25 of which are our road crew, and then, we have also people behind the scenes, like our booking agents and our management. So it really hurts the whole operation and like people's livelihoods, aside from ours. But so we feel kind of responsible for those people. So we're just trying to figure out ways right now to help them out. We had an idea to do like a live stream that was like a paid thing, but then we were like, we wanted to do like a proper live stream with like all our crew, so we could hire them and our camera crews and everything.
Like a full online concert.
And then this was like in the early quarantine days, and then we're like, wait a minute, this defeats the purpose of quarantining everyone. So we're like, that idea didn't work out. But no, it's been crazy trying to rebook everything. Luckily, like we have, like you said, the second leg of the US tour has been rebooked to dates that, hopefully everyone will be healthy and the virus will be dead by then.
Yeah. And like anyone who has tickets for that tour, those will roll over into the rescheduled dates as long as it all goes well, hopefully. And we're, right now it's just kind of like everybody's just up in the air. Everyone's just kind of hanging out and going day by day. Like another day happened. Like last week, it was like, okay, we might not do the Washington show. And then it was, okay, guys, we can't do the whole tour. And then it was, okay, let's talk about this other thing that we have upcoming. And so it really is day by day. And, we feel for everybody out there because everybody's dealing with a different situation, depending on what your job is, depending on what your job isn't right now. And and then of course we got all the people on the front line just putting their lives at risk. So yeah, it's
I think
we're all on the same page.
Everyone's gonna get through it, and everyone's gonna be stronger than ever. So it's just tough right now, but we'll figure it out.
For sure. And you're right. Shout out to those that are on the front line. I mean, the ones that are running tests as fast as they possibly can, and just like, you don't think about, like I went downstairs at our, you've been to our building. We're on the 5th floor. On the 1st floor, there's a little deli, and there's normally 5, 6, 7 people there working. There's 2 right now. Yeah. They've got, partial menu but they're right there. Who knows who they're coming in contact with to make sure that we can eat, you know what I mean? Cause we're kind of radio guys. We're kind of in there, but there aren't many of us in here right now either. Yeah. So it's just the building's depleted. Whoever can work from home is working from home, but they're there to make sure I could get a salad and not order something crappy. So it's just that's just one example. There's so many of those people out there that are, just
truck drivers, all the people that are working at the supermarkets. Everybody's like, those people are also need shout outs for sure, because if they work from home, then we're all screwed.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. 100%. Did you see they're starting to put up plexiglass for at grocery stores?
Yeah.
I'm in favor of this because it makes the world look more like hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When I go through, the next time we go through the line, I'm going to throw my 7-year-old into it and call it just like, that was a clean check. I don't know what you want.
Just hit the person in front of you if they have too many items.
Just show up with
too many items. Oh, put them in the penalty box. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to transition from silly to as heavy a conversation as we can have during this, I think, probably. And I'm going to try to keep it together. Because you guys, I put in a special request for this little session, and you were happy to oblige, which I really appreciate. It's the first time I've had a chance to kind of talk to you guys, I guess, in a forum or a public forum, if you will, about Taylor. The thing is, it's funny is I almost feel fraudulent, because it's not like him and I were the bestest of friends, but there was definitely a bond forged,
I tell you all the time, dude. Trust me.
That's the thing, like about Tay was like, and none of us can even call him Mike because we never did. But Tay, like he had that ability to just like connect with people on a different level. And honestly, like you said, you might not have hung out every day or talked every single day, but he had bonds. And I know, like, we know for a fact that he had that bond with you, and each of us had our own bond with him. And all of them were so different. And I actually had a dream about him the other night.
Wow.
I haven't had too many of them. And it was so funny because we were playing a show at like a school assembly, like a grade school assembly. We were doing the new show, and it was going terribly. And I was like, it was one of those dreams where you like show up to school naked, or like you're not prepared to play a show or something. And so I just kind of was off the side of the stage going like, how come we all are doing so terribly right now? And I looked into the audience and I saw Taylor. And so I knew I was dreaming at that point. So I kind of walked up to the side of the stage and I lifted off of it. I started floating towards him, just floating. And then I just kind of like landed beside him and gave him this really big hug. And then I looked at him and he had no beard. And I said, hey, you shaved your beard. And then I woke up, but he was smiling, and he was, I don't know, it felt like, you know, whether you believe in connections or not with the spiritual world, it felt like wherever he is or whatever it is that he's doing, he's probably drinking wine and playing piano with God at this point. But like, whatever it was, I feel like he was kind of letting me know that he's okay. And that made me feel really good, that he's happy, that he's smiling and feeling good. So that was kind of a nice little visit from him.
I feel like he's probably engaging in the occasional hockey game too.
100%. Yeah, for sure.
But the wine for sure. The no beard, like that almost would freak me out, I think.
Yeah,
I know.
scary,
well, if you go way back, you can sometimes find pictures of him with like a shorter beard.
Yeah.
But
well, watching you guys all pay tribute over the last, I guess almost year and a half now, we've gotten a chance to see your individual relationships with him, and it was really cool for healing, and it was also just, seeing how much he meant to all of you and what a special person he was. And it's so funny that you say that, you nobody calls him Mike, yet you name the song Mike's song.
Yeah, well, because this, that's who he is as a whole. And then to each person, he was something different, like Tay.
I honestly called him Beard Guy. Like that was,
yeah.
Like we could be in like the most serious conversation. I'd be like, Beard Guy, listen, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, that pink shirt will be one that I cherish forever. Just the Beard Guy T-shirt is one of the greatest things that I have in my collection. So it's
and that's one of the greatest things about, the fact that his spirit is going to live on forever. Like we watch him in our house all day long. Our kids love him. Our kids love the Beard Guy moments. Like he left behind a beautifully, beautiful legacy. And the fact that we can still honor that, that's what we want to do. We want to keep his spirit alive.
Let's play him a song.
I love it. Thank you for playing this one.
And by the way, I see just seen some fans on here. Happy birthday, Andy.
Nice.
So this song is called Mike's Song.
Excuse me. Love is like the wind, where it flows, your heart will follow. 2 miles and miles of open road. The one you choose can take you home. So goodbye, close your eyes, it'll be fine. God only knows that I get by on you. It's all I can do.
Hey, I know you'll always be with me, but I can't shake the heartache. Even if the day don't break, it's gonna be okay.
Hey! I know. Hey! It's gonna be okay. Who knows what the future holds? What will be is all unknown. just take my hand away, we'll go. Don't look back and don't let go tonight. Close your eyes, it'll be fine. God only knows that I get by on you. That's all I can do. Yeah. Well, I know you'll always be with me, but I can't shake the heartache. Even if the day don't break, it's gonna be okay. Hey! I know! Hey! It's gonna be okay. Hey! I know! Hey! It's gonna be okay.
And the space between the words you sing and what they mean, all the places we have seen, this one makes no sense to me tonight.
Close your eyes, it'll be fine. God only knows that I get by on you. I know. Hey, it's gonna be okay. Hey, I know. Yeah, I know. It'll be okay. I know you'll always be with me, but I can't shake the heartache. Even if the day don't break, it's gonna be okay.
Thanks for all the blue hearts, you guys.
So good. Oh, and the hearts at the shows, they were so cool.
Love
So
you, Terry.
crazy. Yeah, so crazy.
Gabby said while you're playing that, she said, the song makes me feel sad. It reminds me of my grandpa who passed away 2 years ago. He will always be in my heart. But you know what, Gabby? That's exactly what songs like that are for. So you can remember whoever it is that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people say this is, the song helped us get through someone close to our hearts that we lost or someone that we loved. And it's kind of not just Mike's song anymore. It's Mike's song and Carly's song and Jim's song and everybody who's experienced that. So it's reached a lot of people.
I also saw a comment during that said, y'all need to come back to Minneapolis. Well, I got news for you. The April 19th date has been rescheduled to August 18th. And I believe the April date was sold out, but come August, who knows? There may be tickets. So, so keep an eye on that. But thank you again.
Also, just for the people who do have tickets that those tickets are kind of flipping over to the new date, just be patient with, the ticket masters and all the things. Like sometimes we've had a few people write and say like, it's been tough for us to get the tickets, whatever. So just be patient. Their systems are overloading right now and it's all going to work out.
Yeah. You can just go to walkofftheearth.com and you can find your tickets there if you're looking for tickets. The links
it's going to be okay.
It'll be okay.
It's March 24th. The show is August 18th. You got lots of time. It'll all be fine by the time we get to August. So if August 15th comes along, okay, maybe panic. But until then, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thanks again for doing that one. I appreciate it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard. You've done a few videos.
One or two.
One or two, yeah. Most challenging you ever did.
Of all the videos.
Yeah.
The version of Hello with Korean effects, black backdrop, all the lighting. It was the one that took the longest.
Yeah,
for sure.
It took 3 days to figure that out.
Like 3 days of actually trying to get the take. Usually now, if we want to do a video that's that complex, it'll probably be about a 2-week process. Will involve pre-pro and rehearsals, and then the day of. Hopefully, we get it if we've had enough prep time, but. That one was like, we just could not get it.
Yeah.
We could not get it. And it was really frustrating. Yeah. We got it eventually.
Yeah, the Beatles medley was one of the hardest ones to produce. To arrange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like arranging those songs together all in like kind of the same key and making it singable for all of us was probably the hardest arrangement we've ever done. But but we took so long to make that song that by the time we were ready to shoot the video, we all knew the song really well. So the video was easy, but in terms of arrangement, that was the hardest.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so food. There's this. I mean, you guys are great, but I think we all know that the real star in the family is Romeo.
Yeah.
I know, he's more popular than all of us.
What is his? What's his Instagram?
Romeo. Well, it's Romeo and Yellow.
Romeo.Aniello, like Romeo.Aniello, but
Romeo Eats is the
name. Yeah.
Well, what's the? Has he eaten anything he doesn't like? Because I'm blown away at his palate.
No, there's nothing. There's been a couple times where he didn't want something. We were like, maybe this is the thing that he doesn't like, and then the next day he's eating like a box of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. He can be particular on certain days, but he likes everything. He likes a lot of healthy food, a lot of vegetables, and a lot of like. It's really odd. He's an anomaly. We noticed it when he was super young because he would just always be eating, and whatever we put in front of him, he would eat, and then he would just get really mad if he didn't have food.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so then we were just like, okay, let's just see what he won't eat. We just started like going to the grocery store and buying things we've never even heard of, like looking up recipes, like spicy Indian food and stuff.
Kimchi, like we're true believers in kind of like eat what we eat. So when we make food, that's what you're going to eat. We're not going to make special meals for each kid. We're not, and understandably, it can be very frustrating as a parent. And sometimes it's easy to just give in and be like, okay, fine, here's the plain noodles with butter on them. But if, we're humans. So Romeo, and all of our kids, we just put food in front of them, and that's whatever we were eating, that's what they ate, but it was cut up more. And like Johnny said, he just would eat the whole plate of whatever it was, shrimps with broccoli and asparagus, and then he'd be like, more. And we're like,
his first word, no joke, was eat, and his second word was more.
Yeah.
And like for the longest time, it was only 2 words he ever said. He'd go, eat, and then when he finished, more.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
And every day, like if I'm cooking or doing anything, he goes, Mama, dinner, Mama, dinner.
And then we started like just doing our regular stories like we do, like sharing kind of our family life, and we realized that it was striking a chord with people, and people were like obsessed with it and writing about us all the time and saying, and whenever we did a Romeo Eats story, it would get like 4 times as many views, and people were just like, this kid is inspiring our palette and making our kids want to watch him and stuff. So we're like, okay, maybe there's a thing here. So now he's just like, we're getting calls from people all the time saying like, we want Romeo on our show, and like, we want, like cooking shows are calling us and stuff. They want him as guests. And
we got in touch with a fire hall the other day, like a couple weeks ago, and they're like, we love Romeo. We'd love, because I don't know if you guys know, but firefighters, like they have these 24-hour shifts. I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in Canada, 24-hour shifts where they're at the station together, and they're there, ready to take on whatever it is they need to take on. But in the meantime, sometimes they'll like make chili or bake some cookies or do an activity together like that. So they were like, we want to make chili with Romeo here at the fire station, and like have him eat it and have him be like, so we have all kinds of fun.
We were at this pancake house the other day, and we ordered a bunch of pancakes, and we were eating them, and the bunch of the staff and cooks recognized Romeo. And I swear to God, they didn't say anything about Walk Off the Earth.
No, nothing.
They're just like, is that Romeo Eats?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God. They were taking pictures with him and stuff. So funny. They gave him a bunch of free pancakes.
I was being sarcastic about him being the biggest star in the family, but I actually was probably right about that.
Yeah.
What is the craziest thing, in your opinion? What's the craziest thing he's eaten?
He ate what's that fruit called again? Durian fruit.
I saw that one.
From Singapore that a lot of people are scared of because it smells like garbage. It smells like rotting, who knows what. And it actually tastes pretty good though. But he didn't have any issues with the smell, and he ate a bunch of it. So I think that's probably one of the craziest things. But he eats like sardines and
anchovies.
He loves fish.
Yeah.
And all the weird kind of like octopus. Who eat like
he had octopus.
Yeah.
What kind of restaurants are you gonna open, do you think?
I don't know. I think we would probably call it Romeo Eats.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It would have to be a restaurant that, like, his whole thing is he likes trying new things. So I think the menu would change every day, and it'll be some kind of eclectic meal from around the world.
Yeah, or like he'll become like a connoisseur, and he'll do reviews. So he'll like go from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant.
That could be it.
And they'll freak out and be like, "Romeo's here. Make sure that we put everything together." You know, like kind of when that one guy goes and does that. Yeah. But we are planning a European tour, which, you know, obviously is whatever it is in this time. But right. we want to bring him with us so we can do a kind of a Romeo Eats Europe.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I didn't even think about the reviewer aspect. He should be a food critic. I mean, like just call him Little Critic or something like that. I don't even know. Like the world's youngest critic. I don't know. He you know. Then again, he'll just eat like everything. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Love it. It's great.
All right. So there've been some comments asking about the new single nicknames, which is a good thing, right? They're asking for it.
Yeah, people. It's striking a chord with people, man. People are
so
happy.
Yeah. You gonna play it or?
Yeah, we can try to play it. We're honestly we're a little rough on it because when we recorded that song about 2 months ago, and then we literally haven't played it since. And you know, now obviously the song came out, we're like, oh, we should probably learn how to play it again. So bear with us, but we're gonna try to get through it. And I'm gonna sing Nash's verse because it's featuring this awesome artist Nash, and he's got a really cool high voice. So I'm gonna give it my best.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? This song right here. You guys getting through this will be symbolic of us getting through everything. So you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your encouragement. All right. We used to give each other nicknames. Now we can't even be out in the same place. I wasn't gonna stay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? You used to be my end game. Now you can't even look at me the same way. I know we're not okay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? Don't cause a scene, 'cause everyone's here and I don't wanna be like last Halloween, starting all the drama like we're 17. But that was then, this is now. Do you still think about all the things that you said? I know you love to forget. We used to give each other nicknames. Now we can't even be out in the same place. I wasn't gonna stay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? You used to be my end game. Now you can't even look at me the same way. I know we're not okay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? Right now. Ooh, right now. You get to me, try to make a war with jealousy, but you still believe that you can just ignore our history. But that was then, this is now. Do you still think about all the things that we said? I know you love to forget. We used to give each other nicknames. Now we can't even be out in the same place. I wasn't gonna stay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? You used to be my end game. Now you can't even look at me the same way. I know we're not okay, but can we just pretend to be friends right now? Right now. Ooh, right now. Ooh, right now. Can we just pretend? Can we just be friends? Probably not. You can't be friends. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
so
Paul.
Great. You guys you've contributed tracks to our City Sampler over the years. You've been at Basilica Block Party. You've been in Studio C endless times. And now you did this. Thank you so much for your partnership and your friendship. And you guys are fantastic. And hope you get through this all right. It sounds like you're on the right track. So
yeah, you
Thank
too.
you,
We love being married to you guys. So we appreciate
I'm cool
all
with
the
that.
support and all the love, and keep sending me cute videos of your kids playing ukulele and just doing cute stuff, because I love that. It really does lighten our hearts.
We'll see you in August for sure. We'll go for some pints.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. August 18th, Fillmore. It should be
ready to rage.
Oh my God! I was just thinking that, like, people are just gonna, like, it could be pandemonium when we get back to reality. Holy moly! But yeah, you're right. The 3-year-old, she sent you a video. What, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I think it was 2 days ago, something like that. She just I don't know where it came from, but did you see it, Johnny?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's just like you guys gave her a custom little ukulele from you, and she just said it really means a lot to me. It was just like, it was the cutest thing ever. She's 3. Like, where does that thought even come from?
They do that. You're like, are you? How old are you? 80? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Where's that coming from? Well, I'll let you get back to your quarantine life. #quarantine life. Thank you again for taking the time, and wish you the best through this. And it'll all be over eventually, and we'll get back to it.
Same with you and the family and everybody. We love you guys. Mwah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
Guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go, friends. Virtual Studio C from the Treasure Island Resort and Casino sort of stage, the virtual stage. Before you all bail, we're going to do this again on Thursday. All right? So watch right here, same place, same time, 1 o'clock Central. I'm going to have Blue October with me. And you can find me on Instagram at Paul Fletcher 971. Thanks for hanging out. Virtual Studio C. Bye.